He was the Mr. Crawford. Damn it.
Both of them had nearly kidnapped Mr. Crawford. Brother Flynn, do you know someone by the name of Desmond Zabka? He is with my teacher, I mean friend, and he is probably having some nasty thoughts in mind at this time. Can you help me bring her out? Gerald had simply sent Flynn a text message saying that he had encountered some trouble in the underground parking lot and he had asked him to bring a few people here with him to help him deal with this matter. However, Gerald never expected Flynn to call over 100 to 200 people here at one go. Gerald would have been utterly shocked if it was not because he was familiar with some of the bodyguards' faces. He would have even thought that Desmond was actually starting such a big battle just to deal with him. At this time, Gerald hurriedly told Flynn about everything that had happened. Okay, Mr. Crawford, I will make some phone calls right now. Flynn replied as he nodded. Then, he started making a call. After humming twice, he simply hung up the phone. He had a very nervous expression on his face. Mr. Crawford, it seems as though Miss Cassandra has already been taken away by Desmond. Gerald asked as his eyes widened. As mentioned earlier, although Gerald really hated Cassandra, he would rather punish her on his own. Moreover, both of them had come to this bar together tonight. Gerald felt that it was a little unfair to let Cassandra get taken advantage of by someone else just like that. Cassandra get taken advantage of by someone else just like that. Give me 5 minutes, Mr. Crawford. I will look into it now. Gerald's affairs were nothing trivial to Flynn. What's more, this incident had happened on Maybury Commercial Street. If he really could not handle this matter well, then he, Flynn, would really deserve to die. After promising Gerald, he pointed at the two bodyguards who were still dumbfounded by all this. Do you know which hotel Desmond is staying at?
Brother Flynn, we don't know. We really do not know. There are several hotels that Mr. Zabka could possibly be staying at. Brother Flynn, as long as you let us off and do not deal with us, we will definitely be able to help you to find Mr. Zabka.
The two bodyguards replied lightly, a hint of threat in their tone. After all, both of them were also ruthless people in the underground scene, and they had already encountered and experienced similar situations such as this. Ha ha ha. I do not need you to think of a solution for me. Men, come, I want you to get rid of these two men for me. As soon as Flynn waved his hand, several of his subordinates immediately stepped forward and surrounded them as they started chopping them up. After that, Flynn led his group of men directly into the bar. A group of about 200 to 300 men rushed into the bar. It was a very sensational scene. Everyone in the bar was completely dumbfounded.
Damn it, isn't that Brother Flynn? What has this bar done to provoke Brother Flynn? Is he here to do some business? No. Brother Flynn already brought some men over here just now. I heard that he is here to look for someone.
SHHH. We'd better stop talking too much. Otherwise we might get ourselves into trouble instead.
At this time, even the dynamic music in the bar was turned off. All of the employees as well as the customers in the bar hurriedly surrounded the lobby as they were all curious to find out what had happened. Some of them were even daring enough to try and take some pictures and videos of the situation. However, when the bodyguards glared at them coldly, their fear got the better of them and they immediately retreated, putting their cell phones aside. In short, the atmosphere was very terrifying and deadly. You guys, come over and squat down here. After that, over a dozen bodyguards stepped forward as they grabbed several of Desmond's bodyguards before bringing them to Flynn. The lady boss, Cassie, and her husband were also brought before Flynn. Both of them were so frightened that they were completely at a loss for words. They continued explaining themselves as they were faced with Flynn's domineering questioning. In the end, the one named Cassie also started crying out of fear.
Sister Zabby, what is going on? Who is that young man? He looks so domineering.
Sarah and the other 5 girls also gathered around to watch the scene happening before them. This domineering scene had already completely blown away the hearts and minds of these few girls. After all, weren't all girls interested in heroes?
It's Brother Flynn from Maybury Commercial Street. He is the most domineering man on the whole Maybury Commercial Street. He is Zach Lyle's subordinate and right-hand man, and he is one of Mr. Crawford's men.
This Sister Shabby obviously knew a lot about Flynn. She explained everything to all of her friends with a little arrogance in her voice. Several girls replied in reverence.
Oh my God. It turns out to be Flynn who is also Mr. Crawford's man. No wonder.
Sarah was also very respectful at this time. After all, wasn't this what she had always been hoping for, to meet such a domineering and powerful person? At this time, Sarah stood on the table directly as she watched the scene unfolding before her. Suddenly, a figure walked past her and started squeezing through the crowd of people. Sarah happened to see this figure.
Damn it. Gerald, why the hell are you trying to squeeze inside?